Hey everybody, welcome back. Sive here with the Forex Peace Army.com. Let's have a look again on euro currency, starting with the daily chart first. In the weekend, we combined the picture that we have on the high time frames on the monthly, weekly chart, and said that for market it is vital to stay somewhere around 114 lows to keep it. Because a further drop will break the patterns that we have on the higher time frames, and those patterns, they still bring some hope to the euro to show the upper performance. There might be some different fundamental reasons for that, including, for example, changing of the European Central Bank rate policy. Some investors now do not exclude that even in April it might be already a rate hike. Whatever might happen, some separate agreement with Iran on delivery of the crude oil in exchange of some non-participation in the conflict or something like this. We do not know, but just from the technical point of view, until market stands above the 114 area, it keeps a theoretical chance upper bounce. So we could get some flirting around the lows, maybe some wash and rinse, grabbing stuffs below it, but we do not want to see, at least from the bullish point of view, straightforward downward breakout and standing below these lows. That will destroy everything and suggest in bigger, deeper retracement on the big charts, on the monthly, on the weekly, right down to the 112 area where the yearly pivot point stands. So particularly this combination of the possible grabber on the monthly chart and pivot point, that's the most tricky moment on the high time frames, and currently everything is going not in favor of the bulls. So if market will close at this point or even lower, we will not get any grabber on the monthly, which correspondingly means that trend on the monthly chart will turn into bearish. That's maybe important stuff. So from that standpoint of view, let's keep watching what's going on the lower time frames, particularly on the daily. Here market nominally keeps bullish trend, so we have confirmed bullish trend, but unconfirmed currently stands bearish because market stands below the MACD predictor line. So MACD points on the bearish trend direction. And you can see on the lines, but this trend is not confirmed yet because session is not closed yet. So correspondingly, if market will close below it, we just will get the turning trend into bearish. If it will close above it, we could get the bullish grabber. In this case, grabber suggests taking out of this top, at least theoretically, and it will be at least some hopes for the bulls that maybe situation will change and we could get some kind of the upper pullback. But of course we can't rely only on the grabber. We need to get more confirmation lower time frames, taking into consideration how tricky situation is. So that's why on the 4 time frame chart, for example, I would wait for some directional pattern. First of all, we have here good thrusting action to the downside, and potentially it might be kind of a double repo buy. So if we'll get close below the 3x3, close below, close above 3x3, close below, then close above again, it might be confirmation. If you're not familiar with the double repo, you will see on the lower time frames on the hourly chart, for example, that here it might be some kind of the double bottom or even the butterfly, 127 butterfly pattern might be formed. If we will get at least something that will be combined with potential daily grabber, that might become more or less reliable situation for considering taking long position. And in this case, if we will get the pattern on the both time frames on the daily and here, we definitely will get the good point for stop placement. So for now, if you'd like to buy, you'll have to hide your stops somewhere below this area. It's too far. But with the patterns in place, we could place it, for instance, just below these lows or even tighter depending on what pattern we will get. That's what about the bullish tactics. From the bearish point of view, in general, I would treat this performance mostly as a bearish by a few reasons. Not just the triangle breakout to the downside, but also take a look. All thrusting action here and here has been washed out. Market dropped out of this range, taken out of these lows. If you remember, we said take a look, this will be important. Market will do this. Overall sentiment turns bearish. And take a look, even slightly even this upper direction has been erased because this low is slightly under this one. So in fact the ABCD pattern that we've got here has been erased. That's definitely not the bullish performance. It can't be called as a bullish. But since markets move slightly slower, chances exist here. I'm not sure that we will get it and that we'll get the patterns, we'll get the grabber and so on, but we need to keep an eye on and see what will happen. Besides, as I said in the beginning, long-term charts will keep the bullish context at least nominally until market stands above the lows. So from that standpoint, there is not too much time to wait and see for clarity. Just see what will happen around it. Without the patterns, I prefer to not take any position here. At least bullish positions definitely better escape if you do not have any good background. On the hourly chart, I see nothing special. You could see how the downward action was happening. Market has shown reaction on all targets that we have. Here was a spike, this was XOP, nice pullback here and here, but that was very short term. And in fact, this also might be called as a bearish performance. Trend line also has been broken, so now we do not have any patterns right there. So it's for now, I'm not ready to speak about the buying on your currency. Yes, if you take a look at the relation with the crude oil, you could see that here's action slightly slowed down. The euro also turns to some sideways performance as we see, but this is just because the drop on the crude oil stopped a bit. Taking in consideration the OPEC ground, suggesting the possible ground operation by United States troops in a region, I don't think that it keeps really big space for recovery and a return of the crude oil prices to the downside. Hardly this will happen anytime soon. So from that standpoint of view, this is additional factor in favor of bearish performance on the euro currency in the nearest few weeks. So let's see what will happen. First of all, tomorrow we will consider patterns if we will get it. If not, then probably we will have to start searching targets for deep retracement and increase the scale of retracement.